Guys, I need your help because I cannot sleep anymore at night. I have insomnia because this situation is just driving me crazily anxious. So please be my guest, listen to the story of today, and give me your suggestions, opinions, recommendations down below in the comment section. So, are you ready for this? Hello, good evening, Mar. This is Carlos from Mexico writing to you. I have something to tell you and I need to hear your advice, please. At the end of November 2024, I started communicating with a girl from China. We met on a dating app platform on Facebook. After a while, she began to tell me that she will teach me how to invest in gold online, to which I agreed. I started with approximately 100 USD, which is about 2,100 Mexican pesos. Time went on, and about 3 weeks ago, she told me that to achieve higher profits, I needed to increase my investment capital. She suggested applying for a loan from the bank to boost my investment income. Around that time, I had an eye injury at work, and when I went to the doctor, they checked my vital signs and did a blood glucose test. The glucometer showed that my glucose level was high at 235 mg. They sent me for laboratory tests and it was confirmed that I had diabetes. I shared this with the Chinese girl I mentioned and we continued to communicate. She kept insisting on the bank loan, wanting me to apply for a 220,000 Mexican pesos, which is about 10,000 USD. The truth is that I am poor. I am just a construction worker and I don't have that kind of money. The news of my diabetes and the pressure from this girl about the loan started causing me anxiety attacks. I felt quite down emotionally, which made me neglect her. And as days went by, she started to remind me that I was being indifferent towards her. She was so insistent about the bank loan that I consulted a friend who works at a bank to ask about the requirements for applying for a loan. Since I trust this friend, I explained what was happening and he advised me not to go through it, which I didn't, although I also had no intention of doing it. I won't deny, Mar, that this girl is very pretty and I feel attracted to her because she has made me feel very important. I lied to her saying that I wouldn't apply for the loan because I would have to put up collateral like my parents' house did and that they wouldn't agree to it. I noticed she calmed down for a few days until just last week when she told me there would be a super investment offer and that I could increase my investment funds. I should do it because it wouldn't happen again for many months. The day of the super investment came and it turns out that for the transactions we made, I earned 620,000 USD, around 720,000 Mexican pesos. I received some emails stating that to obtain my earnings, I will have to pay a tax fee of around 5,300 USD, which is about 107,000 Mexican peso. But was a problem. There is a lying problem here. I really distrust making this money transfer. I fear that I might be the victim of a scam, obviously. I currently have 120,000 Mexican peso, which is enough to cover the taxes I need to pay on the earnings. Dear God, the taxes are supposedly 107,000 peso and he has 120,000 peso. So it might happen that in a conversation he ended up confessing this girl he had this much, so she ended up somehow tricking him that at least he could transfer that money because he was not going to get the loan. I need to pay on the earnings, but I'm scared of losing that money. I'll say it again. This girl is very pretty and I can't deny that I have fallen for her because all of the nice things that she says to me. She has talked about marriage, having kids, owning a house and traveling. Oh my God. How romantic is that? I mean, no offense, I also want that for myself. She also mentioned that she migrated to the US with her family and that she is currently visiting an aunt who lives here in Mexico. We have only one video call. According to her, we are in a relationship. But this is also causing me a battle in my mind because I know she's there, but how often will I get to see her? She said that with the money we will earn from that investment, because she also invested, supposedly, we will travel to Cancun and meet each other. I don't know what to do. I feel like I am on a scale because what if her feelings for me are genuine? Or what if she just wants to scam me? I don't know what to do. I'm lost in my thoughts, and my mother has already noticed that. I've also talked to her about what I'm experiencing with this girl. My mother is afraid that I might get hurt. I'm trying to think with my head, but my heart is also intervening in my thoughts. I wrote to you this because I saw one of your videos on YouTube where you talk about how Chinese women have scammed men, especially Latinos, by inviting them to invest. And that's where my distrust came from. Oh, at least you have seen some. Another thing I haven't mentioned is that she has never asked me to send her money. In fact, this time she even told me that she will help me with money to pay the taxes on the money I earn. Oh my God, what an angelical being. I hope I have written my story well, and I look forward to your response, Mar. I may have forgotten some things, but I believe I have covered the most important points in these lines. Oh my God. I don't know, guys, if you want to be fast or I'm fast, but anyways, like, whoever has experienced this kind of situation, just be my guest in the comments down below and suggest your other fellas that haven't experienced that or that might be experiencing that and therefore finding this very video, because YouTube is wise, and whenever you want to see something, just pops in front of your eyes with a video that you need to watch. Or in any other case, people is just researching online and they ended up finding my videos whenever they are in the most need of them. So yeah, you can save lives if you didn't know, just by giving them some advice, financial advice regarding Chinese scammers. So yes, basically in my Spanish channel, marcarib, I have been doing endless lives regarding these situations, especially most of the situations, I think it's half, but half of the situations happen with like Chinese guys supposedly falling in love with Latino girls and wanting them to like invest with them and then just being scammed. And other half is also Latino men, right? Anyways, both of them have lost money somehow in their loneliness, because I guess like people nowadays is too lonely behind the screen, and whenever you find someone telling you beautiful things, like maybe, hello honey, I love you, you're so beautiful, you're so handsome, you're so kind, you're the most this and that man or woman, good morning, check out my this or that. As I previously mentioned to you all, let's say in Taobao, even in the Chinese like website, you can find like these packages where they sell like pictures and photos of certain individuals where like, yeah, they are either Chinese women or Chinese men. You can choose the model and they will just serve you with a package of like, let's say 50 photos or like 100 videos. So in these scenarios, usually how they will operate is like they will target the victim with videos here and there. Let's say, for example, now I have connected with you, specific individual, this one, and tomorrow morning I have a video that I will send for a morning, and like I'm drinking a coffee or I am in this place, I miss you, and then like, oh, I'm having a, I don't know, you name it, like there are different videos that really happen to look just like normal daily life, so you will get to be tricked very easily. and you will think like this one person is sending you that video at the very moment he or she is doing that specific activity. But the actual truth is that they are not doing that activity, and these videos have been purchased from internet, and these videos, I don't know if they sell them. I don't know if people sell their videos or pictures or they stole them from someone, because of course these individuals must existed or exist till now. Of course, they seem like young people. So, and they play social media. It's not like 50 years ago they live and now they are in the hands of these monsters, you know. So this is how this usually rolls. Like, you will receive some texts like good morning, I love you, I miss you, and you will also receive some videos and photos of the girl being just very, not really like 3x kind of photos, just like very pretty or like cheeky, you know, sneaky, like being just playful, and you will feel like, wow, she's sending a special picture of herself to me. She's just about to take a shower, or she's just there hanging with her pet or whatever, you know. So you will just feel like it's super common daily normal routine, and you will not like somehow hesitate if it's true or not, until these things start popping, like, oh, so she wants me to invest more, oh, so in order to take out the money I need to pay more, and such and such. So these guys said like at least they have a video call just once until now. I'm not sure until this point how like developed the AI has become towards these frauds, because at least 2 years ago I was reading a lot of fraud stories from girls and boys in my channel, and at that time I remember there was like a few stories, there were a few stories where they will recall also having video calls, and supposedly the individual was kind of alive. I mean, as far as you don't get video calls, all is just like I said, right? So whenever there's a video call, then everything gets more real because it's the person that you are watching in the pictures and videos. But if there is no video call, then you can just say it's a scam. So there has been some that also gave them a video call, but somehow the video call was kind of awkward. It was not really like hi, and it was somehow the video call was quite freeze, or was like not, or let's say it was like he video called me for like 1 minute and the video call just shut down, and he said he was busy or there was not internet connection or some kind of other excuse in order to not video call again. And that video call was just made in order for her to be more confident about him not being a scammer. Nonetheless, it still wasn't enough, right? So just be aware that nowadays with AI, like 2 years ago, we didn't even talk about AI in those like stories. So even though they did it, so nowadays I'm sure they can do it even harder. And I haven't received any such kind of stories, but I'm sure that they can just recreate the video with the pictures and videos they have to make you a few minutes video call. No matter you are not understanding or following the conversation, they can just appear and like la la la, and the video call is not being a video call in real time. It's just a pre-saved video that you are understanding it is a video call. So yeah, guys, there was this girl who said like she was calling with him, this Chinese guy, and the Chinese guy was not understanding her and was just saying nonsense. So that is what I basically mean, that sometimes it's just like very awkward. Anyways, I just feel there's a lack of affection nowadays because you live you live at the back of a screen, just like me right now. And somehow if someone texts you or if someone tells you beautiful words, then you can fall very easily. I myself was a victim once. I fall for this pilot, like European pilot. I think I previously also shared with you this story. He sent to me a few videos and he's like, oh, so handsome, oh my god, it's just like the man I dream of. He didn't scam me, but then I heard that he scammed a few girls that were very rich and all that. So yeah, it's just very like funny how all these rich girls, as we previously were mentioning in the video this morning, that I was saying the 45-year-old Chinese woman was wealthy but also was lacking of affection. So therefore, she easily traded her, maybe the fantasy of being with someone and just betting what she had, that was her money, right? Like, I better make just this bet instead of staying just single or lonely. So it's the same here. Like, there are so many women that are showing pictures, having a very luxurious life in Instagram, videos, traveling, etc., or purchasing luxury goods, and these are very easy targets of these scammers. I've seen that because my followers, recalling these stories, somehow we got to understand, like, they studied these individuals before, like they know who to target in order to get the money. Maybe in this case it's not the same, since he didn't have such resources, but usually they will study the best targets to obtain what they want. And if not, even if they are not the best targets, like these individuals, like high earning individuals, they will still reach whoever is reachable, and they will still try to get as much as they can from them, just like in this case. Some of these individuals have not been, like, for example, pretty Chinese girl. It's not even a girl, it's a man behind the monitor, like the screen, or it's a whole company, you know. In China, I've seen the news that there have been also, like, a police arrived to these, like, full apartments with screens and people working there, chatting with some lonely European, Latinos, Americans, British, whoever, individuals that are just thinking they have Chinese lovers, and they just scam them, and they are just doing this business non-stop. So if you have been one of these victims, please share with us your story, because it's super important for others to understand that, first of all, they are not the only ones. Second of all, what did you do in order to just get over it, or how did you end up realizing it was a scam? Hopefully you did not realize until you were scammed and your money was not able to get back to you. But the end of the story is that we live lonely lives nowadays, I guess, from the point of view that people is that lonely that will just conform with getting beautiful texts or images without real connection, or like a real quality time together, you know, like spending time, like, this girl is so pretty, I'm in love, give me a break. These girl pictures are pretty, you don't even know how her character is in real life, you don't know how her mouth smells or how her hygiene is all put together. Yeah, you might don't care, but those things are quite important. You need to sit down with the person and talk face to face. So because there's a lack of it, then people are just falling for these scams, and they're just checking on their phones nonstop, morning and night, for those messages to arrive, like, oh, the morning text, the good night text, the I love you text, the I miss you, and the just very dreamy kind of scenario about having a life together, a marriage, children, holidays, etc. So this is just pure nonsense, and hopefully you guys will not fall for it, because I am here to warn you, and I've warned you previously, and I will continue to warn you. And if you do have a story that you want to share with us, please leave it down, or else you can also send it through my email if you want me to tell the story here in the channel for others to be aware of it. What else to ask? Yeah, I just feel sometimes it's very, how to say, cruel that they don't have the heart that some of these individuals that they are tackling, they are really not having the resources, and they have to, like, they ask them even to just go to the extremes of getting loans from the bank. It's just really, it's just, how to say, low, non ethical, non-humane, to not have a little bit of heart. Like, even stealing something from someone, if it's already in your possession, is something very sad and very cruel and very just not nice. But stealing something that is not in your possession because you are not able to afford it, and just pressuring that someone to just get a loan or get that something, no matter to which extent, is just really not having any heart or any. I just really dislike this, like, let's say this guy, or maybe this case is just not the only case. Obviously there must be more, and maybe more, not just in Mexico, all over the world, that those individuals somehow fall for those beautiful girls, and that he or they ended up just asking the bank for the loans, not just maybe 10,000 or more, or at least even 10,000 USD. So you will just be in debt for 10,000 USD because you thought the girl was pretty and she told you beautiful things, made you feel very important. So the whole story, it's just goes around you not feeling important enough or taken care of, or like loved, care for, not belong to anyone that will give you beautiful words. It's just very sad. That's what I'm here for, guys. Just follow my channel. I'm always here for you. By the way, I disappeared last days because here there was a mess with the internet. I have to make a story about that. Anyways, I'm here for you all to not feel lonely, and to cheer you up, and to just surround you with other stories, so for you not to feel like you are living a not very beautiful or present life regarding your own like heartbreaking story, or not very successful love story. Like, everybody, like, they have their own stories which might not be very pleasant also, and just very few are very successful. So we have to always have the hope and hope for the best, be optimistic, but we have to cheer up and also listen to other stories and have a bit of like relax and fun time, not just focusing that our love life is not as perfect as we wish to, because others are also not having the perfect life they're portrayed sometimes. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, give this video a thumbs up, as well as I am very grateful for all of you guys that have been supporting me through like the Buy Me a Coffee app down below. I give this link in the description. I'm gonna leave it down in the comment section as well. And thanks a lot from the bottom of my heart, really, because you guys made my day with this. Whenever I open my email and it's like somebody bought you a coffee, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so grateful, because you guys are from like Australia, USA, like Canada, all around the world, So this makes my day, because somehow I feel appreciated by the videos I make, that somehow you also enjoy them, maybe for entertainment, maybe for companionship, maybe just because of my character. You feel somehow refreshed from your I don't know if lonely day or hard work day or stressful day, who knows, So I'm always here, and I wish I'll always be here in my channel. I left for a few years, but that ended, and I have been very consistent just the last few months, and I'm very happy I am just back. So thanks a lot for the ones that have been supporting me through that app, Buy Me a Coffee app, and bought me, some of you guys bought me few coffees, like 1, 2, 3, some like 5 coffees. So that's very nice. I feel very sweet. Yeah, that's great, really. Love you.